don't you say straight, man? Come on, bros. I gotta finish this. Alright, alcohol experiments. Let's talk about this. What is going on, world? I am the Hungarian experiment, and today I'm going to display scientific, legitimate, proven results that alcohol consumption lowers your testosterone levels. I am running a little late for work here today, and I am reading off a script, but let's just get into this here. So, in my opinion, from the research I've done in the past and the experimentation I've done on my own body, I believe many factors in our life affect our base growth hormone output. From sleep to stress to the foods we eat and even the times that we eat them at. I believe all these factors, along with many more, have a serious effect on our hormones, which in turn affects our body, affects our minds, it affects our energy levels and our mood. Last year, I took myself and my YouTube channel through several urine analysis collections a week apart from each other in an effort to find out what my natural base hormone output is. I go into detail about how I carried out these tests and how I believe these results prove that through my life factors, I am able to naturally raise and sustain a very high growth hormone output. On a daily basis, I am walking around with 20 to 30% more testosterone than most men in the world. If you would like more information on this and how I believe we all can accomplish this just by tweaking certain factors in our lives, then I suggest checking out a video I made just a couple days back here called The Human Lab Rat. My growth hormone results. In that video, I go into deep detail and I discuss how we can all accomplish this naturally. We can all raise our growth hormone levels naturally, which in turn will raise our testosterone levels, which will help with things like putting on muscle, staying lean, thinking clearly, our mood, our energy levels, and even our libido. Yeah, it's gonna make you more horny, guys. In this video, I'm going to discuss the results and the process I took for the alcohol experiments and how I believe I proved through urine collection samples 2 days apart from each other that alcohol consumption can severely hinder our growth hormone output. After indulging and enjoying myself over the winter holidays, I took my body through 2 weeks of hormonal optimization. I did the things in life that I believe from my research and experimentation on my own body helped to raise our growth hormone naturally. I basically did what I did last year over the perfect month, which got me the 94% growth hormone results. I ate clean as fuck in a slight caloric deficit within a 4 to 7 hour eating window every single day. I mixed very heavy lifting days with lighter impacting volume days along with periodic sauna use, about an hour to an hour and a half of the sauna every week, and made sure to get solid sleep. Well, after these 2.5 weeks of this hormonal optimization, I pissed in a cup, I collected that urine in a test tube, and then I shipped it off to Calgary halfway across the country. It took about 10 days until I got the results, but this is them here. Almost a year later, I was able to not only replicate, but I was actually able to improve upon my results. This is amazing to me. As I mentioned earlier, I went into detail about this in my other video, so if you are interested, make sure to check that one out. But after I completed that test, after I pissed in that cup and then I sent it off to Calgary, I took my body through what I describe as the typical college weekend. If you are interested, I actually made a whole video about that. It's actually quite funny, and I document and display these 2 days of heavy drinking. I show you the alcohol types and the amounts I drink, as well as some of the other aspects in my life, so you can see that I am attempting to try to keep as many factors as consistent as possible. I still tried to eat in an intermittent fasting eating window. I still ate quite healthy, but of course, partaking in something like a typical college weekend of drinking means that you're going to be sacrificing other things in life, like going to the gym or being able to eat in the short eating window, or even your sleep. My ultimate goal though was to try to limit as many other factors as possible in order to see how only alcohol affects our bodies. After these 2 days of heavy drinking, I did another urine collection, and here are the results. Wow, just after 2 days of attempting to change a little in my life, besides consuming an excessive amount of alcohol, my growth hormone levels dropped 60%. I find this shocking. I knew certain factors such as alcohol negatively affected our bodies, but I really didn't think it was that big of a shock to our system. This means that if you're that person who lives for the weekend, there is a high possibility that you are actually living only for the weekend. You significantly hinder your hormones over the weekend. You then recover and heal for a few days, slowly returning your body back to baseline, only to deplete yourself again. And now I believe that this continuous cycle and participating in this week after week, month after month, most likely depletes that baseline as well. And this is why I still have so many more questions. How fast does it take for us to recover? If I were to test my urine the following morning, would I be back to my 94 to 95%? Or would it take 2 to 3 days of recovery? How much alcohol does it take only to lower you about 10% so you can have a faster and quicker recovery? Is it just 1 to 2 drinks? Do 1 to 2 drinks even really hinder the body? What about that whole a glass of red wine a day thing? What were my results after the first day? Did I drop 30% and then 30% to equal up to that 60? Or was it more like I only dropped 20% and then because I continued that lifestyle for another day, I dropped all the way to 60? What if I did a third day of drinking? Would I drop even more? What does this mean for steroid users or future advocates of people who want to increase their testosterone levels, whether naturally or from a foreign substance? If they understand that aspects like alcohol can severely hinder their hormone output, would they partake in it? Personally, I believe a lot of us in life could get the results that we aspire for if we actually tried. I believe that I'm proving this through my YouTube journey on my own body with these scientific results. And although the steroid route may seem as the easier method, it's costly. It has side effects. And if you are hindering yourself through your life factors in terms of nutrition and alcohol consumption, you could naturally be at 80% growth hormone output. As I mentioned there, I still have many questions that go far beyond alcohol consumption. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to become a human lab rat. I want to become a human experiment for the world. I want to document and display my life in an informative way so you have a clear understanding of what factors affect me and my body. I then want to manipulate those factors in a logical and scientific way in an effort to prove what hinders and what helps to improve our hormonal output, which in turn will affect our whole physiological process. In order to continue these experiments, I need your support and help. Down below I display a GoFundMe, which is the only reason that I was able to afford these growth hormone tests in the first place. They are not cheap. Each one of these urine collection tests is $177, and along with these naturopathic appointments that I've been paying for myself, I've already conducted over $900 worth of research on my body. And that is all thanks to you guys. If you are interested in helping these experiments continue and to eventually take this to a level where we can begin testing on other human experiments out there in the world, I really could use your help. Even $5 to $10 is more than enough to keep this going and to make sure this is going to be a long-term thing. Thank you so much for your continued support and for watching this video. If you like what you saw here today, maybe you found this just a little informative, and if you are just as shocked as I was about how much alcohol consumption can negatively affect our hormone levels, then make sure you go leave a comment below and let me know what you think. On the way down there, make sure you go hit that like button as well. Thank you so much, world. I am the Hungarian Experiment.